And I'm going to bring in just a scrap paper because I'm going to be messing it up big time. But here I've got some pinks. I've got Flirty Flamingo, and I've got Pretty in Pink. That is a super old color, Petal Pink. If you've been around for a long time, you remember Pretty in Pink. And then I'm going to grab, since it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I thought I should make sure to do a pink card with this beautiful stamp set. So, hello from someplace in Iowa. I love it. I missed that. I'm sorry. Oh, that's awesome. We'll be happy to have you back. So anyway, this Strong of Heart stamp set is found in the mini catalog currently, and I have it and I have it marked, but where it disappeared to, I don't know. Oh, for gosh sakes, people, I'm losing my melon. All right, so on page 5 of the July to December mini catalog, you'll see this Making a Difference stamp set, and it is $20 for the stamp set. And of course, we all know cancer has touched us all. I'm gathering. I mean, I'm assuming, it's just one of those things that we've all had to deal with. And $3 to every of every sale of the stamp set will go towards, actually, it's heart health. And I wasn't thinking about that when I just said that about cancer, but I wanted to make a cancer card with the heart stamp set. So there you go. But $3 to every $3 of the purchase of every one of these stamp sets goes towards heart health research and support and all of that. So I think it is a worthwhile stamp set to look at, and I'm going to show you a really pretty card that will, sure, it can be used for heart health, but also, like I said, I wanted to gear it towards breast cancer, since it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. All right, so I'm going to use 3 different colors of pink here, and that is Petal Pink, Flirty Flamingo, and Polished Pink. And I'm going to start light, and I'm going to bring in one of my blending brushes, and I'm going to go to the Petal Pink, and this is stained. Now, I did kind of rub it on another piece of scratch paper for a while to try to get the bright color out of it, and it works fine. You can wash these. I didn't bother. I just went with it. But I'm going to ink this up now, and we're going to just apply color to the top part of this piece of basic white cardstock. Now, I think I'm going to have to, I left my ruler out here so I could double check. 2 5/8 by 3 7/8 is the size of this piece of white paper. And then we're going to switch to Flirty Flamingo. And I want to make sure to kind of get as much color as I want right away so that I don't have to go back when my brush is dirty with another darker color. So just make sure to get as much color as I want here. And I'm more apt to fill in bigger space with the lighter color, because when you put the darker in there, then you can always go over it, right? So the cool thing about blending brushes is you just kind of keep going until it's as dark as you want it. So that's, I'm looking for a variegated pink color here, which I think I'm accomplishing. To me, on the camera, it looks a little bit different than it does in real life. But, and I think before I go to that dark color, I'm going to brush this off a little bit and go back with my Petal Pink. Just get a little bit darker. And, you could have a different blending brush for every single color. Right now, I don't. So I have a lot of them, but I am apt to not really do a whole lot of washing of these. I'd almost rather buy new ones than wash them all the time, so that I have one for every color, but I don't right now. All right, so then polished pink is last, and it's going to be, it's going to be a little bit brighter than your Flirty Flamingo. Flirty Flamingo, oh, how do I explain Flirty Flamingo? It's got a little peach in it, I guess, is the best way to describe it. So I'm just adding now a little bit richer color, which is polished pink, and just go over it and over it and over it until you like it. Okay. So next we are going to, let's get these out of the way because knowing me, I'll put my hand in it. You do need blending brushes. They are, especially now with all the inks you have, Lynn, you have a ton of ink and they're easy to add color. And like I said, you can do a real light or you can keep going over it until it's as dark as you want it to be. And that's kind of a cool thing. And then we're going to bring in our heart stamp, which is so pretty. It's got those flowers intertwined in it. And what I do want to show you, and I know typically I'm done by now, but I'm in a mood where I was kind of chatty this afternoon. So thanks for hanging in there with me. But there's this stamp here that fills in space in the middle of our heart if you want to, or it stands alone, whichever you prefer. But it's cool that, really it's got 3 heart stamps and then all these amazing sentiments. But we're going to take black ink now. And I'm really sorry if you are jumping around on the screen here. For bigger stamps, I do like to flip it over and ink it upside down. And then it should fit right onto our piece here with a little bit of space over here. So while I've got my black handy, I'm going to grab a Here For You. And we're going to stamp that right down here at the bottom. And I'm already thinking, I do this all the time. I'm already thinking I might need a few rhinestones on here. So if I can't find them to my left, I'll add them before I post the picture. I also wanted to let you know that I am going to post a few other samples with the stamp set tonight when I make my post, my nightly, thank you, when I make my nightly project post, almost nightly, I should say. And then I'm going to go in with my Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blends just to highlight the flower a little bit more. So I'm using the dark, and remember Stampin' Blends are alcohol markers, so you want to use them with dye-based inks, water-based inks, so that they don't bleed. So you always have to think about if you're using like an alcohol-based ink or marker, you want to use water-based ink pad and vice versa. So if you're using an alcohol or like a StazOn ink pad, then you want to use water-based coloring materials. So keep that in mind. You want to do it that way so they don't bleed. All right, so basically, I hope you can see it on camera. Thank you. It just kind of highlights those flowers a little bit. And then I'm going to come in with Just Jade for my leaves. So this is going to add a lot of different color. And the fact that it's dark will help it show up over the pinks in my background. And I think Stampin' Blends are great for going over. It's almost like a Sharpie, so you can use it like a Sharpie. It's more of a permanent thing. And hate to give Sharpie props, but here I am. All right, so here you see, hopefully, here, let me hold it up a little bit. Oh, good gravy. That is beautiful. All right, so I'm going to bring in my Petal Pink card base. And then what I've done, so I did cut a Flirty Flamingo scallop rectangle, and that comes from these Scallop Contours dies. And I'm going to show you those in the catalog if I can find it, because remember, my catalog's disappeared. I happen to have another mini catalog. I don't know where I put things. It's maddening, though. I spend way too much time looking for stuff. And then down here at the bottom of my card, so it started at 5.5 by 8.5. Thank you, Kathy. And then I cut the front off with that beautiful scallop, and it's got like a piercing on it, so you can see hopefully how pretty that is. So we're just going to fold that, and now we're going to bring in some petal pink ribbon. This is found in the annual catalog as well. And I cut 18 inches. 18 inches is usually enough. We'll see. I should have maybe cut it a little bit bigger for a little bow. So I'm going to attempt. On camera is always harder. Yep, I should have maybe added a little bit more, but it works. All right, so we've got our ribbon on there. Now we'll add our, what once was white, onto our scallop rectangle. If you have any questions, I'm going to backtrack a little bit about the Halloween bingo that's going on right now. Please just send me a message. I'm happy to answer whatever questions you have. It was one of those brainstormy things I had on a Sunday afternoon, and thought it might be fun. So remember, if you spend $50, you will get the card kit for October. That includes the beautiful leaf card that I showed you a little bit ago. And then also, if you use my host code, which is always at the top of my amyrich.net website, go there and check it out. You can grab the host code, and if you click on it, it'll let you shop right to the host code. Then you get an extra little free gift. So all kinds of free stuff happening. But that happens every month. So that is fun to get free stuff. And then I'm going to take this piece of DSP, which is in our annual catalog. We have packs of DSP Designer Series paper that are all the color families together. So this is the Brights. Comes with all the other Brights in the same pack. I'm just going to flash it on the screen really quickly here. So all of these colors come together, and I'm a fanatic over plaid, so that's why I had to use this one. But now we added that so that our little plaid shows at the bottom. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. I may or may not decide on rhinestones. We'll see. But yes, that is our card for today. Thank you for the kind comments. I do love how it turned out. And thank you. This will be posted tonight along with some other samples made with this beautiful stamp set where $3 of every purchase goes to the Heart Health Research. So keep that in mind.